Judge.
Good morning. All right, I understand we have a plea this morning in Shaquille Adams, 20 CR 0000820C.
That's correct, Judge. And Mr. Adams is on the phone chat or on the Zoom. Shaq, will you turn on your video so the court can see you, please? There you go.
All right, good. This is a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right, and plea paperwork I have in front of me. All right, go ahead, state.
Your Honor, the defendant, Mr. Adams, is pleading to reckless driving. The negotiated plea is for 12 months. Credit for time served is 1 day, balance on probation, pay a $500 fine.
I need your microphone, please.
Oh, oops. You wanted to start over, Ms. Carter?
Yes, please.
Okay, can you
Sorry.
hear me now, Ms. Carter?
Yes, thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Adams is pleading to reckless driving. The negotiated sentence is 12 months, credit for time served of 1 day with the balance on probation, for him to pay a $500 fine, complete 40 hours of community service, an alcohol and drug evaluation, and any treatment deemed necessary as a result of such evaluation. A victim impact panel, which it is my understanding that has been completed, as well as risk reduction. We did agree to non-reporting upon completion of all conditions, successful completion of all conditions. Counsel, do you stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and identification for purposes of the plea?
Yes, we do.
Nothing further from the state judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Adams, you can unmute yourself now.
Good morning.
Good morning. Raise your right hand, please, and swear you in. You swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right, very good. State your name for the record.
Shaquille Adams.
And it is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to 1 count of reckless.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand. You put your hand down to make sure that you understand what you're doing today and that this is a free and voluntary plea. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So first question is, are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication or medication that is prescribed that would impair your understanding of what you're doing here today?
No, ma'am.
All right, and I should have said any medication, drugs, or alcohol, anything would impair you today?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
I am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked or affected because of your guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
So as to the charge of reckless, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. You've heard the conditions that the state read to you. Do you fully understand the conditions of your sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I understand you've already completed some of those.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you still have to pay the fine and do your ADET, your evaluation, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. And some community service.
Oh, that's right, and the 40 hours of community service. All right, that is good. Make sure you understand that. And so is he going to be signing up for probation to get those completed? Yes.
Yes, Judge.
So you'll be on probation until you complete those? And then once, I understand, once you're complete, then you will go non-reporting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I will accept your plea and sign off on the paperwork for that.
Is it possible for him to send his information through chat so that we can get that information correct for him?
Okay, and he needs to send his information in the chat, or his attorney can put it in there. And what information is that?
Proper emails
E-
and contact information.
Email, your contact information, email, cell phone. Because
Absolutely.
probation is gonna be contacting him, correct? I'm used to sometimes him being in the courtroom with me, but without a full calendar. There's no one here from probation to sign you up, or they used to have a QR code. Are they still doing that?
Yes, Your Honor, I did send it in with their probation documents. However, probation has contacted us and said they would like the information sheet as well.
Okay, okay. We were
I'm
trying to get
putting-
fancy and have a QR code.
Judge, I'm putting his email and phone number in the chat right now.
Okay, great. Do they need address too or no? No, okay.
Check, I put 614-715-1037, correct?
That's correct. Yes, thank you, Manal.
All right, I have signed the sentencing sheet and the plea paperwork for you, Mr. Adams. Assistance of your attorney. Is there anything else, counsel, that I need to take up regarding this case?
No, Your Honor, nothing from the defense.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Adams, and
you.
hopefully you'll be off probation soon.
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am. Thank
Waldrop,
you again.
Thank you, Judge, and
Thank
have a
you.
wonderful weekend.
You
We-
too. Thank
We will be
you.
excused, correct?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Take
right,
care.
bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, who do we have next? We have, I see return to division. I think I already see notes on here.
Correct.
I'll go ahead and call it 21 CR 007260G. Chantel, is it Clausen's maybe? And so that's gonna return to the division further notice. Okay. Next I have same thing, Marilola Figueroa. And that one's returning to division as well.
Correct.
Next one I have is Martise Griffin, 20 CR 005346Y.
That's my case, Judge.
Come on up, sir. Tell me your name. Okay, Attorney Johnson.
Mr. Griffin is outside. However, he has an 8-month-old.
Oh,
And so I
okay.
said if he's needed, we can.
He can stand there a little bit just so I know that he's here.
Okay, I can drink.
Just tell him to kind of stick his head in
But
for the moment. You know what's gonna happen when he steps in, right?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Griffin.
Yes, congratulations, Mr. Griffin. We just want to make sure that you were here and we can see you. And I understand you have the baby this morning. All right, your counsel's going to represent you.
And Judge, I don't.
You are.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ms. Walter,
Yes,
okay, this is the original, we spoke 4 years ago.
yes.
Good to see them in person. They do exist. Okay.
Way back when I was
It's
assigned
very-
to Judge Edie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
That's
this is
better.
where, Judge Edie is where this case originated from.
Okay,
And Your Honor, I did actually I submitted a null pros to the court on this case. I did copy defense counsel on it. This is one of those where the law has since changed, so.
I have it here. I'm signing the null pros.
Is that on everything?
Yes.
Oh, okay, on everything, okay, fine.
That looks like all offenses. And the case is being dismissed.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Give that to her. Anything else, council, to take up?
Oh, nothing else. Yeah.
Nothing else? Okay, great. All right, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You do the same thing.
All right.
I just get a copy of that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one. All right, next case I have, I believe I see the notes, Quentin McKenzie, incarcerated.
Judge, the state and I have agreed to dead docket. I have an order here.
Okay, I will take that. Thank you, counsel. I don't think I've seen you in person for a while, huh?
That's right. Yes.
I just looked at it. I was like, yes, Mr. Murphy.
I just.
All right, I've signed the order for dead docket.
Judge.
You told me this was gonna be.
I called him, I was like, I forgot that you showed me the whole picture of the guy in jail. I was like,
Mhm.
you didn't show me the picture.
Thank you for all.
Mhm. Your rolling office.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you,
Okay,
Mr.
Judge.
Murphy.
Thank you.
Take care.
Financial. Take care. See you.
Last case I have is it Demolis Moreland? 21 CR 001698C.
Yes, Judge. So I have been in touch with Attorney Williams. There were no substantive motions that were filed on this case. I believe she emailed the court about a possible plea. She was gonna speak with her client about the offer, but I don't know if that has confirmed to be a plea. So it will either need to be set for a possible plea or returned to the
Or
division.
return.
Yep.
Okay. You don't have anything, right? That you've received? Nothing, Evan,
What's the question?
on this last, on position 6, did we get an email or anything on a possible plea or
Not
anything from
unless they
Council
sent it. No,
Williams?
I checked the state court email, so I haven't seen anything.
Okay. All right, we'll return it to division judge. I do have 2 more people, or are there any? Oh, I do have 2 more cases. I said last case and it was not. I have another page. Trying to push us out for Friday. All right, next case I have, and we'll return that to the division, is it Bahrain Sek? And sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, 21 CR 006544C.
Yes, Judge. And I show no particularized motions having been filed by defense on this case.
Okay,
Did have a note, like they said, from his assistants, Friedman. She said that they may be arriving later this morning. So I didn't know if y'all had any contact.
And arriving to do what? No.
Right.
I know, it's like, okay, they're coming late, but we'll have to see if they show and what they want to do. Okay, see to call them to see, otherwise we won't be here by the time they get here.
Door being locked.
The door will be locked, yes. All right, we'll see. So they're gonna make a quick call just to see if there's anything that we need to wait on. Next case 21 CR 006705G, William James Wilder.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. We did file particularized motions, but we did it this week, unfortunately, which was not enough time, I think, to prepare. We are also, I think, inching towards a resolution potentially on the whole case. Would you be opposed to resetting it out to give us a little more time?
Well, I mean, we can go ahead and speak now, because I think,
Okay.
that might.
Okay.
So
Okay,
respectfully,
we'll hold for a second.
So we're just gonna stick with this in this meeting. I mean, we've offered to dismiss. Yeah.
So.
Look for that email for position.
Mm-hmm.
on next week.
Okay,
Is that
what
possible?
do you have for next week?
Next week we have jury trials, but they're all specially set, so I can create an add-on calendar for
Okay.
either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Or even Friday, but I mean, I'm sure you don't want to come in if those
Mm-hmm.
jury trials don't go forward, then you just be here
Right.
to
Well,
take-
could we do it by Zoom and then we could all log on?
Yes, we.
Okay.
What day?
What do you have, Mr. Kasab? I know you're
I'll be here all week.
probably in 12 places now.
Friday, I'm in Fulton already. If
Oh, are
we
you?
can do
Mhm.
Friday, please.
You don't, is there any way possible Thursday, Wednesday, or Tuesday? Only reason I'm saying that is if those two special sets don't go forward on Thursday and run over until Friday, there are no calendars set for Friday, so all of you will be coming in to complete a plea via Zoom.
Okay.
If it's,
And I don't
if
know
it's
that
Zoom, I
tomorrow's
could probably
gonna be-
do Wednesday.
Wednesday is great.
Okay.
Is there some paperwork that I can fill out in advance?
I can send you the DocuSign.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be electronic.
All right, so we'll reset this position 8 for plea on Wednesday, August the something.
28th.
Thank you, August the 28th. And that's gonna be a plea by Zoom? Or no? Oh, okay,
He's saying
yes,
that it'll be virtual.
virtual, okay. And what time? Or do we know yet?
9 AM.
Oh, at 9. Okay. And they'll send you the link, Mr. Casar.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
May I be excused to 2F?
Yes, you may. Thank you. See you next time.
Hey, how are you?
Good, we thought we had 5 cases on this morning. I don't see
What calendar?
CIT.
No, this is not CIT.
Where's CIT this morning?
That in 2K?
2F.
Oh, 2F.
A 2F.
That upstairs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
okay,
the other
cool.
side.
On the other side, so not directly up.
Oh, so they're not doing 2K this morning. Oh, because the presiding judge is doing it. So it is, you're right, 2F. So you gotta go over and across because it's in the Superior Court building.
It's in the Superior Court building. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome. I just looked at that. I said, oh, it is 2F. You know, I was looking at you. Why are you saying 2F?
Right.
I keep forgetting now we're morphing and changing here.
Friday, the presiding judge is here.
Is hearing the,
Okay.
right. Are the calendars large for them too?
Yes, 150.
150? Hmm.
So, yeah.
And so does that conclude our ORCA calendar for this morning?
I believe so, Judge.
Okay. That took way too long, everybody. Ms. Carter. Hold on one second. Let's see who this is in the. Yes, ma'am.
Attorney Freeman speak.
Judge, I apologize.
Yes, this is Aaron Friedman. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry. I'm just literally walking out of the courthouse in Gwinnett County Superior Court.
Okay, so it'll take you to tomorrow to get here.
Yes, Judge. It will take me at least an hour.
So that was, let me turn back to, that was on 7, okay. And so State Attorney Freeman is in,
Can you log on to Zoom?
oh, well, do you want to log on to the Zoom from the parking lot?
Yes, I will log on from the Zoom in the parking lot. If you'll please send me a link, I will do that right now.
Okay, they will send it to you.
You want us to send it to the AARON@GADUI
Yes, that will work.
Okay, I'll send that to you now.
All right, thank you so much. I'll be waiting for the link and I'll log on in just about 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Mhm. And that's his client, Mr. Set?
Yes, it
Okay.
is, Judge. I didn't see him
Okay.
back there.
Should have made it sound more formal from your office in your car as opposed to the parking lot, so. Okay. It's usually, I used to, when I was heading into private practice, you could not get in my car because that was my other office. Like, you can ride in the back and you can try, I don't have any room. I got stuff over here, here, and here. So.
Judgments here, Mr. Friedman has joined.
All right, thank you. Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Friedman.
Judge. I apologize for being all over the place this morning. I was in Superior Court. I hope you did receive my conflict letter.
They did. We were just checking with you before we shut down. And your client, Mr. Come up to the table. You can come.
Here.
Yes. All right, this is 21 CR 006544C by Rain Sec. And state, what say you?
Yes, Judge, I believe this case will be, need to be returned to division. I did not see any particularized motions filed. And so if there's motions that are going to be filed, then, I would ask that those be filed so that they can have a motions and trial date in the division courtroom.
All right, Mr. Friedman, there are no particularized motions filed. Are you planning on?
There is generalized, Your Honor. The major issue was there was an overcharging document, which I think they accused a different party in it for fleeing and attempting to elude and other charges that were not associated with my client. My major concern for my client is causing him hardship on employment, where those charges were never in the police report, never, but they were accused under my client, but we believe that they are somebody else's. The video doesn't show any fleeing and eluding. There's nothing in the police report that indicates fleeing and eluding, but those charges have been causing a hardship on my client.
Let me see if the state can take a look at the accusations just to see if there's been an error case number wise or something. Hold on a second. Let's just take a look to make sure we don't have anything crossed out. But the DUI is the charge that you feel is the leading charge or the proper charge, but not counts 2, 3, and 4.
That without making any assertion, yes, Judge, with making any admissions. That's correct, Judge.
Okay.
And this is a 2020 case. They charged the fleeing and attempting to elude. He never received a citation. There's no documentation in the police report or video to even suggest that. Yet he's been charged in an accusation. So we believe it was a mischarge, but those have been causing major hardship for my client.
Okay.
And when we were at the last, they set it down for a motions hearing so the state to look into it because the state wasn't sure on why it was charged either when they read the police report.
Okay, so I see the basis for the speeding.
Mhm.
He's alleged to have been going 115 miles an hour.
Okay,
Not seeing the basis for the failure hold
to
on.
report striking.
Failure to report striking fixed object and the fleeing.
Okay,
But that's just based on the report, so I'll
Right.
need to continue. Let me look at the bind over documents. Oh, it is 21 CR 006-544C.
Thank you.
Mhm. Bind over documents. There is a police report for a Luis Gutierrez. And I'm wondering if,
Whoever drafted the accusation based it upon this police report.
or instead of the,
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
yeah.
And I think that reflected a lot of the state's offer and everything with regard to this case, which threw it completely off
Mhm.
kilter. It was set on the motions calendar for the state to look into trying to. Thank you both very much.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know, can we dismiss just those two charges?
We
I think the
can.
DUI and the speeding are
I
appropriate.
like that. So we could dismiss those other two charges.
Yes, Judge, I can
Doesn't-
tender a null to the court on the failure to report striking a fixed object and the fleeing and attempting to elude.
all right, the state is going to submit a no pros on counts 2 and 3, the fleeing and attempting to elude and failure to report striking fixed object. So that'll clean it up a little bit, and then I guess after that, if you all want to talk, you can. But I agree, we don't want to have charges on there that certainly.
That's correct. It has caused a major hardship because he is not, I think he has until today or Monday just to show that it was done in error, or else he would be terminated from his employment because of it.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
this has been going on and trying to get an answer. So we'd ask that those charges be dismissed and that my client receive a copy of the dismissal for
Okay.
employment. And that if we can go to another calendar and we'll file motions on everything else. It was just to clear up today
Mhm.
the specific part of the fleeing and attempting to elude and striking a fixed object.
All right, yeah, I'm sure that was important.
Put on the record. Okay. All right.
The state will prepare me one. I don't want to put you on the spot that quick.
Yes, Judge. I will put on the record that the state is going to be tendering a null pros to the court on the charges of fleeing and attempting to elude and failure to report striking a fixed object in the case of Bahrain Sec. Your Honor, after reviewing the documents that are in Odyssey with regard to like the report and the bind over documents, it appears that there was another police report that was attached to this case in ERA that involved a completely and totally different individual, and that the accusation may have been drafted based on that police report.
Right,
Some
that
of
was
the
attached
facts
in
in that
there.
police report.
Okay.
But the DUI and the speeding, we do find to be
Right, so the
appropriate.
2 remaining charges will be the DUI, less safe, and the speeding.
Yes, Judge, and I'm gonna tender that to the court now so that we
Okay.
can sign it and get a copy to Mr. Speck.
And we'd
then-
ask that it be sealed for the record, so that way it does not affect his employment since it was done in court error.
Mm-hmm. All right,
No, no objection to those charges.
right, no objection. Our efficient ASG Waldrop is doing that for us.
Thank you, Miss Waldrop. I really appreciate it. This is,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
nobody would listen to me before. They say they want to check it. So, but there was nothing in there.
Yeah, we certainly don't want to get it run affecting his job.
Mr. Sec, do you have any questions for me today?
No, I don't have any questions right now. Thanks, Aaron.
We're just
You're welcome.
little bit happy on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Not fully happy. We only got half the charges
I
dismissed.
noticed I said a little bit happy. I didn't say full. I did say a little bit happy, right?
Unless the state would like to dismiss everything for the hardship, we would appreciate it.
You heard counsel, correct? ASG?
I had to try, Judge. I had to try.
There you go. You have to. It doesn't hurt to ask, right?
Judge, they are holding for me in another jurisdiction. May I please be excused from this honorable court?
Yes, you may. We'll give. Do you want us to give a copy to your client?
Please, he needs that for his records ASAP, correct, Mr. Sec?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, we'll do
Okay.
that.
Mr. Sec, will you call me after you leave the courthouse? Make sure you have any questions. I will answer it. They're going to continue the other two cases. The two that are affecting you will be dismissed, and we'll argue the other ones in another court at another time. Understood?
Yes, I understand. I'll give you a call.
Okay, great.
very good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
counsel. Have a good one.
Ms. Smith, I just sent it to you.
Okay. Mhm. I knew this was gonna happen. That right there.
Miss Felicia, do
Mm-mm,
you have
it's
most
above it.
demographics? So I can, when I,
You don't
finish
wanna
putting
do
this
it.
in, I can, oh, you
You
gotta
gotta
turn it
taste
back
it
on?
up.
Never mind. I'll look it up.
You can't even let me prosecute. I knew you were gonna. Mm-mm.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. You just shut down your computer. your case is transferred back to the division, they have your current phone number and email, okay?
Has anything changed?
No.
No.
It's possible that it's not
I
in
don't
there.
know what's on file though, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's still 418 High Freedom Street, Roswell, Leeds, 376.
Yes.
10678 4570969.
I think that might be my lawyer's number.
Okay, and I need a email address.
So you can do, SECK B
B as in boy.
yep, B as in boy, at mail, mail.gvsu,
A motion for continuance
B
of
as in
Easter.
boy.
G as in grand,
And the.
V as in valley, S as in state,
Sent an
U as in
email to
university,
Astrid and myself
dot edu.
yesterday, stating that she does not want to go forward now. Previously, I had spoken with her and she was willing to come back from South Carolina.
And can I have a
Try
phone
case.
for you?
313?
She's, you know, she called me about her mental health.
Close.
all this stuff.
What, go ahead.
Dearborn,
Yeah.
So she. no
Okay.
longer wants to-
313-559-2454.
245.
I'm gonna go back to
Yep.
the division because it's, continuance has been filed unless we, you know, somehow do something else. The.
Okay, so I got that. I got motion 355924554. Okay, SECKB at
Defense attorney, I copied him, he responded that he is opposing
mail.edu.
the continuance.
Okay.
So
That's
I
correct.
suspect that will-
Yep. Cool. All right, thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. And do I have anything else I need to take up or we're free for the day?
I think that's it, Judge.
I'm free for the hour. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend, Ms. Carter.